All right, shalom, shalom. First off, I'd like to say, call Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. The bonds of those apostles of Great Millstone taught the truth, citation for elect Israel. This is Brother Tazbon. Today's lesson is letting no man take your crown. And the whole goal of it is we got to understand that we're battling against forces in this thing. All right, this is not only a cardinal battle. It's not a cardinal battle. It's a spiritual. All right, this is Revelation chapter 3, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. So the Most High, he comes quickly. All right, it feels long to us, right? But we got to remember in the Lord's time, it's only been 3 days since it's only been 2 days since two days, if I'm not wrong. Shock if I'm wrong, but since the Most High has been put down, since the Most High has been, got put to death. But ultimately, he's living and he remembers that. Okay, and on the third, on the third day, he's going to come. So it is 2 days. Okay, because at the end of the day, it says that one day to the Lord is 1,000 years. So 1,000 years is 1 day. All right. So 1,000 years to us is 1 day. All right. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And that's through this word, this wisdom, our belief, our faith. So don't let no one take your faith. And ultimately, that's going to be spirits. Right? Because we're battling against a spiritual battle. Okay. The whole goal is to stop you from doing the work. The whole goal is to stop you from your faith, is to lower your faith, break your faith. The whole goal is, for you to be strong up and for them to take everything from you. And then while they slowly start to eat and chip at your faith, they slowly start to eat and chip at you going to the work, doing the work of the Lord. See, here you was, popping, doing what you got to do, but now you're no longer showing up on highways and byways. Now you're no longer doing your videos. And then it gets to the point, now you're no longer praying to the Most High. Now you're no longer speaking on the Most High. Now you're just off into the world doing wicked shit. As before, you was against getting tattoos. Now you're getting tattoos. You was all against. You spoke against the evil shit of the world, like smoking. Now you're out there smoking. And that's what Satan does. And that's his job. He eats and chips at your faith. See? And then now you lose your crown. So that's what that's talking about. Let no man take your crown. So don't let these spirits take your crown. Okay? Don't let no man take your crown. Even here carnally, if someone's telling you what you got camp, dealing with a whole bunch of scoffers, when they come up saying they bullshit, don't let what they say get into your brain. Let what they say get in your mind. Hold fast what you got. Be confident in the Most High. And that's with faith, man. And when we got faith in the Most High, you're going to be able to break off through these spirits. You're going to be able to break these spirits down. You're going to be able to cut them asunder. Okay? That these spirits can do nothing. That they can do no more. Because in the end of the day, you got to have faith in Yahweh Shem El Shah. That's the only way to keep our crown. It's the only way to keep your crown. So we got to remember, man, that this is ultimately spiritual than anything. Okay? Where you are being targeted in a spiritual realm. Okay? You make yourself a prey. Okay? When you get right with the Most High. All right? When you come off the things of the world, you make yourself a prey to Satan. Okay? And then Satan wants to target you and break your damn faith. Okay? So you always got to remember that. All right? So keep your mind right. Like, I'm about to find the scripture real quick. Somewhere in Isaiah. Let me see. So yeah, man. So, everything, spiritual, man. So you gotta remember that it is bigger than, what anybody would say. You got people that will say, "Oh, you think you're more than," hell no, man. Because it is, man. Because this thing is the gravity of this truth. It's serious. This is a serious thing. You're on a serious, this is serious truth, man. Okay? That's why the Lord told the woman that when she wanted her sons to sit upon the right and the left side of the Most High, the Lord said, ye shall surely drink indeed of my cup and be baptized what I'm baptized with. Why? Because, you become a target. Because it's not going to be easy. It's not the whole point is that this truth is not going to be a cakewalk. All right, this truth is not going to be easy, and it's not. If you're sitting up here thinking that you're going to be going up against that, it's going to be a cakewalk, then then it's something wrong with you, man. Then you in for one. All right, you got to always remember that, man. All right, let's see. No, something in Isaiah. I must just skip it. Okay, come on. It's Isaiah chapter 59, verse 15. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. And that's the truth, man. Because when you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey. You know, you make yourself a prey, and Satan tries to make you fail in the Most High. They try to make you fail in the truth. All right, but you make yourself a prey the moment you come into this thing, which means you get a target on your back. All right, by what? Spirits, man. So, you know, and they can turn into people. They can turn into motherfuckers at your job. They can turn into when you're driving. They can turn into while you're grocery shopping. They can turn into your life, what you go on a day-to-day life. They can turn into your woman. Turn to anything, man. Anything that tries to hinder you and try to ruin your peace with the Most High. You know, and that's what Satan. And you're trying to turn into your family members, your mother, your father, your brother, your sisters. You know, anything. All right, because ain't nobody acceptable to Satan. But his whole goal is to get who? The men of the Lord, you know, off their game. Try to get them off their faith, man. And that is Satan's goal, is to try to get the men of the Lord off their faith. Because if you hold fast, you hold strong to this precious thing that we have, that the Most High have bestowed upon you, you will get the kingdom of heaven. You know, because there's nothing more greater than what you got. Nothing upon this earth. Because it cannot be just given to anybody. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 6. For all men have one entrance into life, and like going out. Wherefore I prayed, and again, and understanding was given me. And this is why we need to pray constantly. Okay? This is what King Solomon was saying. Okay? Is that, you know, prayer. Pray and understanding will be given to you. So when you feel like, you know, you lacking understanding, you're lacking something, you pray to the Most High for it. And you put the work in to have it. All right? I called upon the Most High, and the spirit of wisdom came to me. I preferred her before scepters, thrones, and esteemed riches. Nothing in comparison of her. Neither compared I unto her any precious stone, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and silver shall be counted as clay before her. So, hey, shit, sand and clay is nothing. You know, sand and clay is nothing. You can't live off of that. You know, but that's just wisdom. That there's no amount of riches that can bribe you out of this truth, man. There's no amount of riches, that's more precious than this truth. Gems, gold, because this is salvation. This is salvation, man. This is pure salvation. This gets us to the kingdom of heaven. This gets us to be with the Most High, to show you how by Shem Shah that whatever mistake I made in your past life, I will not make them again. I will stand by you. Whatever wickedness I've done in my past, I'll correct it here. I'll go through your indignation. I'll go through your wrath. I'll go through the hell that you put it on me. Because I understand, I know that it was, in the end of the day, it was my fault because I was doing wickedness. And I'm still not 100% right. Because in the end of the day, my righteousness is as dirty rags. But I'm trying my best. I'll do my best. But at the end of the day, I'll accept your indignation until you plead my cause. Said Malachi. But that's the thing. All right? Show the Most High. And then if you stay right and the Most High approves you and you are of his elect, which is the elect, and at the end of the day is already, the Lord already knows, before the Lord formed thee in the belly, I want to do thee. Jeremiah 1:5. So the Lord already knows his elect, but this is where faith comes in. So you stand strong, you stand right, you are part of that elect. You show the Most High, man. That no matter what hell I go through, I'm still gonna be praising you. Until the Most High pleases your cause. Until he gives me the ultimate glory that I truly want, that I truly aspire for, that I live for. And that's the kingdom of heaven. This is what keeps me going, what keeps me waking up every day, what keeps me right, what keeps me stable, what keeps me, stable, having a stable mind, not bugging out, not tweaking out. And that is the word of Yahweh by Hashem Yahshua. That's having the Lord to go to, and that's the wisdom that the Most High has bestowed upon his men. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom knowledge shall be thy stability of thy times, which is going through these times also. And we need even much more. Because why? This is a spiritual battle, and Satan comes for the mind. He really wants to break your mind, because when you can break someone's mind, you can break everything. Then you've broken that man completely. And there's nothing he can do. He can be the biggest, the strongest carnally, the biggest, strongest, the fastest. He can spiritually, he can know the most scriptures. He can be the leader of a camp, know the most scriptures. But when Satan breaks that damn mind, when he is lacking in faith, when Satan breaks his mind, and he stops praising the Most High, he goes against the Most High, you know what I'm saying? He's nothing. Everything you've known is nothing. Everything you've done is nothing. All the works you've done was nothing. Everything you did for was nothing, because Satan broke your mind. You now became weak, and now 2/3 and a demon inside the world. See, but that's what Satan's trying to go for, is the mind. So this is why we need to stay strong and stay right, and keep on going, and keep preaching, and keep pushing, no matter how hard it gets. Okay, you know you might fall, get up. Righteous man falls 7 times, but the whole goal is not to stay down; it's to get up. Neither compared I unto her any precious stones, because all gold in respect of her is as a little sand, and the silver shall be counted as clay before her. I loved her above health and beauty, and chose to have her instead of light, for the light that cometh from her never goeth out. You see, it never do. The spirit of the Most High will never go out. It flows as living waters, as rivers. Do you know the end of the ocean? Have you seen a river stop producing water? Hell no, that's a spirit, man. All right. All good things together came to me with her, and immovable riches in her hands. And I rejoice in them all, because wisdom goeth before them, and I know not that she was the mother of them. I learn diligently, and do communicate her liberally. I do not hide her riches. And that's the thing, we don't hide, and we're not supposed to just know the scriptures and shut up. No, we're supposed to know the scriptures and condemn this fucking place, the downfall of Esau Edom, and put out what we know onto the internet, or going into highways and byways. This is why we do our videos. And you also got to see, how do you learn? And you have to learn diligently, which means you have to study day in, day out. Don't ever sit there and tell yourself that I know too much, that I know enough, because you don't. There's just things that you might have forgotten. Sometimes when you read it, say, oh, wow, I missed that point. Happened to me many times. I go back and reread something that I read before. Be like, damn, I missed that point. That was nice. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's always learning. It's always continuously learning. The scriptures is vast. Okay? If you ever feel like, no, I don't need to read no more, I'm good. I don't need to sharpen up my game no more, I'm good. Well, there's something wrong with you. Well, you're not the man of the Lord. You're not seeking the Most High diligently. See? For she is a treasure unto men that never faileth. You see, the Most High, hey, that's these scriptures. That's the knowledge of the Spirit. The Most High never failed. The scriptures never fail. When you're doing something off, what do? You go to the scriptures. The scriptures will tell you if you're doing something right or wrong. You got a question on why you shouldn't eat pork, shrimp, lobster, crab with all that bottom feeding shit? Go read Leviticus. See? For she's a treasure unto men that never faileth, and even it keeps you right. And it keeps you right even here in these times. It keeps you right physically, man. It keeps you right here. It keeps you right. It keeps you away from that's what the law's for, to keep you away from the evil, to keep you away from doing the worldly things. That's the whole point of the scriptures. That's the whole point of the Lord's commandments, to keep us away from the wicked things that can ensnare you and keep you down. To keep you away from the strange fire, which is smoking weed, smoking crack and all that shit, doing all that bullshit. You know, staying away from the wicked, constantly not being equally yoked with these motherfuckers, right? For she is a treasure unto men that never faileth, which they that use become the friends of the Most High, being commanded for the gifts that come from learning. But the Most High hath granted me to speak. The Most High hath granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is he that leadeth unto wisdom and directeth the wise. And that's the Most High, Yahweh Shah. You know, he directs the wise, and that's his elect. He directs those that seek him out diligently. And you got to have faith to understand that. But the Most High, he does. He directs you and he keeps you right. When you feel like that you're falling, when you feel like that you're down, when you're in a horrible predicament, you go pray to Yahweh Hashem El Shah and he'll give you a way out of it. You know? For in his hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also and knowledge of workmanship. For he hath given me a certain knowledge of the things that are namely to know how the world was made and the operation of the elements. So King Solomon has spiritual power. He knew these things, you know, through the Most High. And this knowledge is spiritual power. We have it, but on a lower level than King Solomon, of course. But King Solomon was given it on a high level of spiritual power, of knowledge. Okay? The beginning and ending and the midst of the times and the alteration of the turning of the sun and the changes of seasons. The circuits of years and the position of stars. Which, how many one of us can know the stars? Know the signs through the sun? I don't know. Come on now. This is spiritual power. And we used to be able to do these things. But you know, we're not like that no more. All right? Most ain't dealing with us like that. But hey, he's dealing with us, but not like that. Shoot. But who can do that? See, King Solomon has spiritual power high, man. All right, you can go outside. Go outside. It will tell me what season, what time we truly in. Go look at the stars. Yeah, don't you can. The the natures of living creatures and the furious of wild beasts, the violence of winds and the reasonings of men, the diversity of plants and the virtues of roots, and all such things are as either secrets or manifested, them I know. So he knew it all. He knew it all. Everything upon the earth, he knew. He knew the beginning and the ending of the midst of times. How the sun, the alteration of the sun. Hey, this is spiritual power, man. You know how the world was made and the operations of the elements. Come explain to me what the operational elements or how exactly detail by detail the world was made. Now, I know who made it, Yahweh Shah and the elect, but gave in the blueprint by Yahweh. But how was it made in detail? You know? For wisdom and all such things are either secret or manifested, them I know. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me. For in her is an understanding spirit holy, one only manifold, subtle, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt, loving the things that is good quick, which cannot be leaded, ready to do good. So it's spirit, amen. So it's spirit, hey, this is like pure. It's pure. The spirit of the Most High is pure. No other word to say. It's pure. Kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, and pure, most subtle spirits. So of course, there ain't no money, there ain't no riches. That's more precious than this. Come on now, if you believe that, bro, you just weird. You just don't got the spirit of the Most High. You know, you just 2/3. Or you just Satan, or you just Esau, Edom, heathen nation that the Lord ain't dealing with anyway. Kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits. For wisdom is more moving than any motion, and she passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. So spirit's always moving. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her. So this is nothing. If you have this, the spirit of the Most High, this means, if you know these scriptures, these knowledge, this means this was bestowed upon you. This was bestowed upon you from heaven. This was bestowed upon you from the Almighty, from Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shah? But this was bestowed upon you from the Lord. Something given to you by the Creator himself. Therefore, the value of it cannot be compared to anything. Cannot be traded. Cannot be bargained. Cannot be weighed. Cannot put a price on it. This is the most valuable thing you ever have in your entire life, and even past this life. This means more than yourself. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High, and the image of his goodness. And being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new, and in all ages in entering into the holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets. For see, and that's the only reason why they're all prophets, because of what? The spirit of the Most High. And the right prophets, they truly have the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua. Those that's following the right doctrine, the GMS. Those are that to the fullest, the sincere brothers that's doing right. Not all brothers. I'm talking the sincere brothers that's doing right in the Lord, on and off camera. See, that's applying what they know, not just anybody. All right, because every camp got the wickedness in them. Every camp got a wicked man in them somewhere. There is no such thing as a perfect camp. Now, the doctrine is 100% true of what we know. The doctrine is 100% true. Okay? It's like in every camp, in our camp. And why so? We had a few, damn near majority, had a lot of wicked motherfuckers in there that turned out to be wicked in the end. Not saying that what we do is wicked, what we was applying was wicked. It's just that in the end of the day, the Lord wasn't doing it. They didn't truly have the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's what I'm saying. And being but one, she can do all things. And remaining in herself, she make up all things new, and in all ages entering into holy souls. She maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets. For the Most High loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. So the Most High loves you if he bestowed upon you his spirit. So if you're using wisdom, if you're staying right, at the end of the day, rather when the Most High gets on us, yeah, it's rough, but at the end of the day, we understand, no, the Most High, he loves us. He loves those that he put his spirit upon. That's doing right. That's staying strong. That's fighting against his devil. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all, the order of stars. Being compared with the light, she is found before it. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom. So no wickedness is going to prevail against wisdom. Nothing in this world will prevail against wisdom. Nothing can prevail against the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua. So it's more beautiful than the suns or the stars or the moon or the sun, than anything that was created upon this earth, universe, of anything. This is the most precious and the most beautiful thing you could ever have. So, so you cherish it. You don't take it for granted. You cherish it and you continue to grow. And you preach the word, for the elect. And you preach the word. You continue to go and preach the downfall of this kingdom. And you praise and you thank the Lord daily for this blessing that you've got. And how do you do that? By diligently seeking him, by diligently learning, and by diligently allowing your spirit to be watered, and by diligently growing in this truth. Seeking out the Most High day in and day out, keeping him on your mind, staying prayed up, and no matter what you go through, keeping the faith of the Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the fight against this evil that we are up against. The fight is a good fight of faith. All right, it's going to be my last scripture right here, and I'm close out. This is Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thread. So, hey, it's broad. It's broad, the way of wickedness. It's easy to fall out. It's easy to stop doing this work. It's easy to stop praising the Lord. It's easy to stop being right. It's easy to go back into the world what you used to be. It's easy to go back to the old man that you put off. It's easy to put him right back on. It's just like picking up the clothes and putting it back on. It's like lifting up a jacket and putting it on. It's easy to do that. It's easy to fall into the hands of Satan, right? But when you truly believe in the Most High, When you truly stay right with the Most High, when you truly, stay focused in the spirit, then it's not easy to do it. See, and you got to understand that. If you can, you can. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. But it won't be easy to do that. You continuously put it away. No matter what you do, no matter what you are out of life, you continuously check yourself. You continuously examine yourself when your faith is at a certain level. See, what brought us away to destruction? Because why did this world? It's number wickedness. Wickedness is action on every side, but it's narrow. It's narrow. It's narrow to make it to the kingdom of heaven. You gotta walk straight. It gets cramped. You can't move. It's like on a beam, or like on the one little balance tightrope things. Gotta keep walking straight though, because you fall off, that's it. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. Few there be that find it. So few there be that find it. Those that do, that few is 144,000. The elect. Well, 1/3. The elect. Okay? So, I hope that was edifying. And with that, like I said, call Allah Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kadash, the Mons, Els, Apostles, and Great Millstone, Charter, Citation of Israel. Hope that was edifying. Shalom.